Guys, huge announcement. Jim Miller recently called out Paul Felder to fight at UFC 300. Apparently, Miller wants a commentating gig and try to get Paul to hook him up. And if he does, then he would in return fight Felder, which would make up for the time they're supposed to fight back on April 13th of 2015. This is a fight that needs to happen because who isn't a fan of Paul Felder and Jim Miller? Miller has been fighting since the Dark Ages, and Paul Felder says he's in phenomenal shape, or by his words, I'm in the best shape of my life. Better than when I was 29. And this is because he's been training for his triathlon. So apparently he's swimming, biking, and running hundreds of miles a week. So his legs are quote-unquote machines. But he says he's going to need to work on his upper body, which makes sense because this is 100% going to be a striking battle. Right? So although Miller is good with his takedowns, there's also a high chance that they make some sort of gentleman's agreement to keep it on the feet for the fans for the one last time. So guys, in order for this to happen, Paul needs to apparently speak with his wife, his mom, the UFC, but it's something they would have to start talking about by next week. And that's because obviously he needs to get back into fighting shape. He says he's been sporadic with his MMA training, and one reason is because he goes in there with the young guns for a month every day for pro training, which is obviously difficult to do when you're 39 years old, right? Trust me, I'm 36. It's freaking tough to train with guys who are in their 20s and mid-20s in their prime. And then he'll go back to the triathlon training for another 2 months. So yes, if he wants to fight that animal Jim Miller soon, he needs to start training as soon as possible. But guys, Paul is such a nice guy that he even told the reporters what his game plan was back when they were supposed to fight, which was to kick his legs, use his knees, and wear him down that way, as well as mix in the high kicks since he's orthodox and has a height advantage. So, of course, I'm praying this fight happens, but guys, we all need to do this together. We need to DM, we need to tweet, we need to do everything it takes to get this to happen and convince his wife that we want to see him one last time. Now, Paul mentioned the potential downsides of taking this fight. He says the only real downside is he's a little afraid of getting injured since he's now acting and commentating and doesn't want to jeopardize those commitments, right? But he also said it wouldn't bother him if he didn't fight Jim as well. So we'll see. It's still up in the air. But I'm confident if the entire community pushes him to do this and this gets a ton of publicity, which it already is, then I do believe he's going to take the fight. And that's because he's a G. He's a born killer. It's in his nature to do this. Now, who do I think is going to win? Well, it's hard to bet on Felder at this point since he's been out for so long, and Miller's been really active and he's in great fighting shape. He looked great, phenomenal versus Benitez. But it's going to be hard to catch up. Hopefully, Paul being in great triathlon shape combined with his physical and stylistic advantages can make for a great back and forth fight. But I'm assuming Miller will be the favorite if this does happen. Paul is also saying he can make the weight cut easily, while also bashing Manel Kape for missing his weight by 3 pounds since he had a full camp. I love it. I love it, Paul. Be honest. Go after this guy because there is no excuse. But apparently Felder's walking around at 175, 176, so that's only 20 pounds. That's super easy. I used to cut 20 pounds in easily within a month. But he also saying he wouldn't mind fighting him at 170 if Jim agrees, which would honestly be better for us because they're going to be stronger and they're going to have better cardio. So guys, please get on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Let's all hit up Paul Felder and make this shit happen. All right, so if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button for daily MMA content, predictions, and betting tips. Peace out, guys.